His mum and dad with him yesterday at the rest day. I wandered past back from the laundrette and saw the Frigo family deep in conversation, enjoying the sunshine, having a little cappuccino.
Yeah, good little move here, as you can see. Fast roads, gradually descending.
So they're at it again. Mirko Maestri and Julien Alaphilippe, joined by Davide Ballerini and Andrea Piccolo. I thought it was Stefan de Bod, but there you go. Interchangeable body shapes of EF. It's been a theme of the Giro for you and me. That's a very strong group. Well,
you've got two very strong rouleurs who can function pretty well over most sorts of terrain, and then you've got
to form of Julien Alaphilippe.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, can he do it against the might of Movistar, who have got now their entire team on the front?
Yes, Malaysian third wheel there. Again, impressive couple of time trials from the current under-23 world TT champion. So they've got...
That's coming off too, good.
Now, I think what he's going to change that for, by the looks of things, was he going to come off?
Don't know.
He had
looked like he had a shell, an outer shell.
Gilet, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's going to try and put that on now. And obviously,
wow,
that's going to go over the top of his rain cape by the looks of it. So his arms are out. So it just is slightly more. So a short-sleeved race jersey over the top of a rain cape. I mean, it's yeah,
unconventional. But it's just an extra layer of warmth, isn't it? Just
yeah, totally.
A little bit of protection,
but not quite as boil in the bag. That'll allow a little bit of. So you will be able to cool a little bit. Stripping off. Now, will Maestri go for this one? It's just coming up now.
Ballerini's still on the front.
Yeah.
A bit wasted effort, wouldn't it, for Maestri to try and out-sprint him? No, Ballerini's going to take it. Yeah. So Maestri settles for second place and 10 points in the intermediate sprint standings, and they roll through. And I think banner in front says 45 kilometres to go.
Given the ferocious pace they've been set by Movistar here, they're just told to slow on this bend. Here
we go, and onto the climb. And some of the steepest slopes are right at the beginning. It's a 23.5 kilometre climb. Steep at the beginning, moderate in the middle sort of section of around about 7 or 8 kilometres, and then very steep at the top. Ballerini's almost across to Maestri, but Julien Alaphilippe has dropped them both now.
Yeah.
Maestri's done for the day, I think. There's going to be no more heroics from him in the company of Julien Alaphilippe. Ballerini sweeps past him, but Alaphilippe has gone.
Yep. You wonder if Maestri just went a little bit deep for too long there.
Wow.
He's got the capacity to ride this back. So there we go.
So the Intergiro is done, and Alaphilippe will go over in first place. After that will come Davide Ballerini and then Filippo Fiorelli, unless something dramatic changes in the order in the final couple of 100 metres towards. Has destroyed that little group of three that he was in. Tobias Voss bows his head, acknowledges that he's been dropped by the better climber, and Peleo Sanchez is now clear and in second place on the road. And guess who he beat when he got to victory, when he claimed that victory on stage 6? Peleo Sanchez. Julien Alaphilippe is just taking with him his rivals from every time he gets up the road. Novak have the Maglia Rosa in contention, and all of a sudden he has flicked the beast behind, and the GC riders are swarming around the front of the race, and he hasn't got clear.
Yep.
Confusing tactics from Movistar at this point. Now is he going to ride?
That was Jefferson Cepeda who was in that little counter-attack that's now been swept back on the left-hand side there for EF Education Easy Post. So that was a definite move. That was a definite move, but it was Domen Novak who brought them back, wouldn't let them go. Was it?
I don't
Surely not.
Well, we'll have to wait and see.
Look at Tadej Pogacar just inside.
His clothing sending out huge mixed messages there, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, apparently that's against the kind of etiquette rules.
Over, it's only a relatively short descent, but he's going to have to make it work for him and gain a few seconds here.
Yeah, try and push this one. So push, but also recover. So you can push on a descent. It's more the technical side, so just taking a bit more pace in that you maybe normally wouldn't. He's shaking out his hands, which are getting cold.
Out again. It's basically falls flat as he hits the foot of the climb, but Alaphilippe, it doesn't rise all the way to the line like this. This is not a 7 kilometre climb.
No. Here we go.
Average slope 6%, but that's because the last 2K are the steep bit.
Yep. Goes over here, flattens ever so slightly. He was putting time out of the into the chasing group. It's now closing 17 seconds, but 47. Well, riding into the last couple of 100 metres there, just under 3 hours of racing for this. This is going to be win number 5. Wow, we are running out of superlatives, Ned. He's done it again.
Unless something astonishing happens, the Giro d'Italia from 2024 will have one man's name written all over it when the history books are read in the years to come. This is the Pogacar Giro d'Italia. He counts them up. He's nearly lost count. It is number 5 for Pogacar and counting.
One nailed on day for the breakaway, and it wasn't. But UAE just, they couldn't not win today. Yeah, it would have been, I think it would, to answer your question, it would have been disrespectful not to have won. Yeah, it was there in front of him, and he's the strongest, and he just showed it again. He could have gone even harder. Round that final corner, he was almost backing off Ned. He is in another league. 5 wins. Still 5 stages to go.